Ladies, pack your hoe bag.
Who you calling a hoe?
Pour up a drink and start.
That's a little kinky.
Hear it.
24/7.
Live on SayithLoud.com. Lock it in.
Keep it locked right here.
It's another episode of Sayith Loud. I am so happy that you guys are here. So listen, when I started Sayith Loud, the idea was to start an entire production company and to bring in new and fresh talent. Makeup, fashion, photographers, videographers, clothing designers, all kinds of things, and give people a platform to share their work. And so now what Sayith Loud is doing is we are now hosting our Spotlight Series, where we periodically will be meeting with up-and-coming artists, visionaries, inventors, creators, and whatever else you want to call them, and giving them an opportunity to share their talent and what they're doing with the world. I'm so excited to do this, and I'm so excited for the people who have joined, and I can't wait for the people who are coming in the near future. So join me today for an episode of Sayith Loud Podcast with BeatzandEatzz on our Sayith Loud Spotlight. And if you know someone who you think will be great for the Sayith Loud Spotlight, do us a favor, DM me, email me, hit up the website, go to the Say It To Me page, lock them in so that we can give them an opportunity to say whatever it is they need to say loud. Oh my God, I'll have to play it for you guys. Anyhow, welcome to another episode of Sayith Loud. Today we have in the building BeatzandEatzz TV.
What's going on?
To come and join us and just kick it with us and sit in the hot seat. So what's up, Precise?
I've been chilling, homeschooling. That's what's up. I've been kind of on the bench a little bit from work. I just been homeschooling my girls and stuff. This whole COVID situation's been crazy with the laptops and all that. So I took a little step back from things I was doing to just kind of go out of town and be with my daughters for a little bit, do a homeschooling thing.
How's that been going for them? How do you think the kids have been feeling?
The kids with that, I mean, for the most part, they're doing pretty good, but it's a lot for them kids to sit in front of a screen for a long time. If it's not something that they're truly interested in doing, like, they can watch their YouTube videos and do all that stuff and be in front of the computer for a while, but school and listening to like teachers talking and all that, they get restless, man. They want to get up and move around, so I do a little bit of chasing from here and there, Don't do that, sit down, stay here, got to pay attention, blah, 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 but it's cool though.
So I'm an educator and I'm teaching online now, and I feel the same way. I feel that when kids are on their phones, because they're like, kids are on their phones all the time. Why?
Yeah, right.
When you're forcing them to do it, it's an entirely different feeling than when, I want to watch something I want to watch. So that's one thing for the kids. And then I really do think like 8 hours of screen time is too much. If they were home, they would not be on their thing all day. They would be playing, they would be running around, they'll go back and forth, but they would not be sitting, like you telling them to sit here and don't move for 8 hours. Yo, you're bugging. I'm an adult with ADHD. I can't handle that. So I don't understand how they expect kids to handle that right now. How old are your girls?
My girls are 5 and 7.
Oh yeah, so they not trying to sit down for nothing.
Nah, yeah, I mean, for the most part, they're good, but, there just be some times where they get a little antsy. And I tell them, too, like, if you got to stretch or whatever, get up and stretch. Because I used to get mad at them at first, like, yo, you got to sit down, you got to pay attention, you got to do what you got to do. But then I understood, like, sometimes we get antsy as adults. Like, we're in front of the computer, so I'm like, all right, so I can understand that. So I was a little more lenient as far as them, stretching and being able to move around and stuff.
Yeah, I say let them be who they are to some extent, because this should be a pleasurable experience going to school and being home, not something where we're getting in trouble every day.
True.
So I want to talk about BeatzandEatzz first, and then I want to talk about some of the other projects that you're working on. But how did you start this? How did this come about?
Well, the whole thing with BeatzandEatzz, I was this was probably like around like 2010, around there. I had a radio show, Rock with the Radio, that was going for like 4 years. I was doing it with my man Veg. I don't know if you know Veg. So after about a few years, I had my daughter. Things took a change, so I was kind of at a little bit of a standstill. So during the time while I'm off and I'm trying to figure out how am I going to come back, what can I do to bring good content back? Because at the time when I bought the radio show to Rockland, there wasn't really a lane for that. Nobody was really doing
Right.
shows. So that kind of opened up doors for other people to start doing things as well. So I'm trying to think. I'm like, what's an open lane that nobody's really doing? Because I don't want to just be another face in the crowd. So, I took two things that I'm very passionate about, food and music. And then I just started figuring out how I could put those two together. I knew, if you know Pro, you know what I'm saying? He raps. You know Pro, right?
I don't know. Do I?
Pro. All right. So yeah. So there's a few people out here in Rockland who do music and who do food as well. So
Right.
I always wanted to set up a platform where I, put on all my people out here. I know a lot of people who are into the independent culinary world out here. A lot of people doing food. I know a lot of people doing music. So I just wanted to shine light to the county and kind of bring those two things together. So I got BeatzandEatzz. So anytime I see somebody, they're opening up a restaurant or they're doing shows, people who's doing podcasts, I tie that all together with music and food. And I'm kind of stuck at the level where I'm trying to produce a few shows because ultimately I want to have a network of shows that relate to food and music. I want to follow chefs around in their daily routines. I want to go behind doors of restaurants. I want to sit down, with business owners and things like that. So I really just like bringing that to the forefront. That was always like a mission of mine, especially with the radio show. We had artists up there every week, man, from here out in the city. And shout out to my man Veg for that because he's been really instrumental during those years. But I just really want to put everybody on. I have no problem showing love. You know what I'm saying? You got the podcast. Like if I have things, like I throw it to you, no problem. Nobody
Yeah,
asks me
for
to do
sure.
anything. I'm all about really just trying to get my people out there and expose them. That's all.
I think the wonderful thing is that it's music and food, and it's things
Yeah.
that people could definitely relate to. Like I follow
Right.
your page for the food mostly, but the beats
Yeah.
too, because part of it's almost like food and our music, and I say our because of the culture, kind of go together, right? There's certain
Right.
dishes and certain places that you go that you just get a vibe, and like,
Mhm.
there's a lot of also chefs that are inspired by
Mhm.
music. And so I really think that that's so important, and not only that, like food is also something where people it creates a sense of community,
Yes. Yes.
right? And so does music. And so when you put those two things together, you got like this little ball of energy just kind of like moving around.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of dope. How has the feedback been for you?
The feedback has been really good. I get a lot of, oh, yo, you doing food and music, that's dope. Nobody's doing that out here. You know what I'm saying? Anytime that I've done my BeatzandEatzz live or if I've done any side shows, I reach out to people and they're always willing to participate with me. People always showing love. The feedback's been really good. I feel like I'm kind of just stuck at that stage where I'm trying to figure out what's the next step. I need to
You
holler
need
at
to,
you.
you
I need
need
to.
to holler at me. You need to holler
I
because
know.
I'm
I
sitting
know.
here
I know.
going
I
like,
know. I
damn, a
know.
Beats and Eats
I
food
know.
festival would be dope.
Listen, man. Listen,
Yeah,
I've got the
that would be
ideas.
dope. Like you could have some artists out there performing and then just
Yeah,
have a bunch of food
definitely.
trucks feeding us.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a fatty, so I'd be like, damn, I gotta lose weight, but I love some food. Like,
Yo,
every time I travel, whatever country I'm going to, I'm like, what they got here to eat? Like, what's their dish? Because I'm gonna try
yo,
it.
food
So
it's amazing, man. There's even some amazing food out here in Rockland, man. Seafood, Haitian food,
I'm
Jamaican
telling
food.
you, we gotta do a Beats and Eats food festival.
I'm so down with that. That's in
And
my book of things to do. That's
we
definitely
get
my
we
book of
just get
things to do.
some food trucks and we get some artists and some music and some DJs and we have a small like 2 blocks worth of food and food festival. Like just bring your
Beautiful.
cash or your swipey thing,
Uh,
non-touch thing, and we
I
good
would
to go.
I would definitely have you host that too, man.
Oh yeah,
It'll
I'm all
only be
over
right.
it.
Right.
That's
Totally
nothing
right.
to me. I'm like, let's go. Let's go. Who we got?
I know
Um, yeah, I feel like Rockland does have a lot of talented people, and I think
a
they don't
lot.
know. It's not undiscovered. It just doesn't have a big enough platform. So I think, you know, giving people those and that's part of what I do too, giving people those opportunities to have a vessel and a platform to be bigger than just what's in front of them, or the people that they just see here, and kind of like open it up to everyone else. So I definitely think that's dope. So besides Beats and Eats, what else do you do?
Well, besides BeatzandEatzz, I actually started up a new venture over the summer, July 4th. I'm not gonna forget the date for that because that's when I started. So I started doing milkshakes. Another
My
thing.
milkshake brings. I should have had the snippet for you. My milkshake
Yeah,
brings.
you should have had that for me. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna
the
get it.
thing I
I'm
said,
gonna cut it out for you. That's gonna be your new intro. My milkshake brings.
I hit that. Listen. All promo is good promo. All promo is good promo.
So when you hear it in this show, don't get mad at me. I'm about to put it in.
Hey, listen. Do what you got to do. I'm all for it. Do what you got to
I'm
do.
gonna edit this in a minute.
You got that. But with the milkshakes, yeah, I just kind of wanted to do something different too. I was influenced by a lot of people who were starting up their own food ventures, and I wanted to do something else that would add to the brand that I was bringing to the table. So I decided to step into the milkshake world. Like, I was just at home. I was like, what can I do? Just started fucking around, whipping up milkshakes. And I was just so excited. I didn't even want to eat them myself or drink them myself. I'm just excited that I'm actually making this happen. So I'm online. I'm like, yo, I'm starting up a new venture. I'm making milkshakes. Whoever wants one, come through. I'm making it right now. So I made like a Oreo milkshake or something. And I had one of my friends come through. She loved it. She took pictures and everything. I didn't expect her to give me any money. I didn't expect any money from it. I just wanted to give it out just for the love. Let the people see what's up. And she paid me for it. And I was like, wow, she gave me $20 for like one shake. She's like, look, I love what you're doing. I like it a lot and I just want to support. And I'm like, all right, cool. Because like over the summer during that time, there was a lot of emphasis on supporting Black business and all that stuff.
We had a whole civil rights movement.
Right. So there was a lot of that going on. So when I did that, especially since people seen how colorful and, you know, vibrant the milkshakes were and everything, it brought up a lot of attention. And
Yeah,
people responded really well to that, man. They were hitting me up. My phone was blowing up like every day.
I know we were looking. Jason and I were looking because our thing was like, there's places that do that, but there's no place around here.
Exactly. Like I
have
said,
to drive far. I have to drive to Jersey, or I have to drive into the city to go get it. And I was like, we're not about to pay $18 in toll to go get a milkshake. So for me, it was just nice to see that, like, oh, that's not far. We can go get that if that's what we want. And you're still getting the same look and feel that you would get at one of those restaurants right here.
Right. I take pride in that. I love putting together the milkshakes, all the different candies and snacks. Like, I'm a big snacker. And I'm snacking right now. You know what I'm saying? Always snacking, man. So, you know, always have fun. It's a fun process.
Snacks?
Huh?
You be eating the kids' snacks?
We're not gonna talk about that too much. Listen, man, them late nights, you know, get kind of crazy sometimes, man, you know. But they're good though. They're good though. I make sure they stack though.
I know, because I have kids and I'll be like, well, I'm gonna just eat one of these.
Yeah, it turned into 3
right
4 sometimes. I know the feeling.
So what is the hardest part about starting and then like gaining the support of this? Like, what do you need right now? You feel?
I feel right now the hardest part for me is probably getting people who are genuinely on board and are passionate about helping me do the work, because I love what I do. Like, I was just like yourself. You're doing everything, covering all spectrums. I was making the milkshakes. I was running up and down the steps, bringing them to the customers one by one. I was going to ShopRite. I was picking this up.
I saw you booked a party too.
Yes. Shout out to my man John Mills, man. 2 hours for his daughter's.
I'm about to manage that party thing in a minute. You about to hire me for that too.
Listen, there's a lot of things I'm gonna come to you for. We're gonna really sit down because you really got your shit together though.
You could that in itself is a market. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Especially here, I would pay for that as a mom because I don't want the hustle and the bustle. Like, bring some hot dogs, some hamburgers, and some milkshakes. I'm good. I'll pay you whatever it is. Because I don't want to be stressed out about it, you know? So I definitely saw that too. And for me, that was like a very pivotal moment for you, I think, because it took it from being, I love making milkshakes, to I'm going to go out here and I'm going to make this a brand and I'm going to market it and people have accepted it. So that's what I saw that as.
Yes,
right?
and
The next level of it. You know what
yeah.
I mean? And
And you
putting
asked
those
about,
layers on top.
yes, yes, and you asked about the support. I'd be crazy if I didn't mention the fact that I had people reaching out to me like yourself, and also shout out to Michelle Kyoko. She seen what I was doing and she reached out to me. She made a logo for me. She got business cards done for me. You reached out to me also and got the stickers done for me. So when we're speaking about support, I definitely can't forget about people like you and her are very monumental in helping me go, because that helped a lot with my presentation. If it weren't for you, I
Yeah.
would have just had regular cups. But you came through like
No,
you
we
didn't,
can't do that.
you can't, yeah, you came through like you didn't try to charge me, just off
Nah,
the
man.
love, man, off the love. And I love when I have those exchanges with people, because same for you. Like you don't have to give me anything ever, yo. And I would still just support because I fuck with what you do, and I'm a true fan and supporter of what you do.
Yeah, I feel as an entrepreneur or as a creator, because that's what I consider us, entrepreneurs and visionaries, not even just
Yeah.
an entrepreneur, but like visionaries and creators. I think a lot of people think the only way they can support is by money, and that's great. We could all use that. No, who can't? But there's so many other ways
Right.
that people can support small businesses, can support creators, that can support artists, musicians, chefs,
Mhm.
like simple little things of just, and like I don't know about you, but for me it means a lot. Like just simple things of like,
Yeah.
yo, my homework, or like for you, it's like my friend needs some stickers too. You could hook them up. I'm like, all right, we gonna figure
Mhm.
it out. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
just
yeah. I
something
feel, yep, yep, yep,
simple. You
yep.
did do that, and so something very simple like that, just the act of swinging somebody some business, just an act of saying, well, I thought about this person, they could help, or let's get them involved, is a big deal. You know what I mean? Especially when you're trying to build something and you're like, you
Mhm.
know what, I don't have anything. So if you want to donate a used chair, I need chairs, then I'll take it. You know what I mean? So I think that we also need to have that mindset
Mhm.
when we're supporting people, that support looks a lot of different ways. And it's okay to be like, you know what, my dad got some shit in the garage he ain't using. Let me bring it over if it's gonna help you, you
Absolutely,
know?
absolutely.
So that's my thing with the support, because I feel like it goes from I don't know. We were just talking about this with the support, and people, you know, some people love what you're doing and they see it and they know, and they give the good energy, and then some people see what you're doing and it's like it's crickets, and you're just like, you know,
Yes, that's
I don't
what I'm
understand.
saying, man. Like the numbers just don't be adding up. The views will be up there, but just could give me a like or something. Show me some type of support,
Yeah,
something. Otherwise, like, why are we on the social media exchange with each other if you're not putting out any energy towards what I'm doing? What are we friends for? And then
right.
that's when you got to start getting rid of people, blocking people. It's like, are you not seeing my stuff, which is unlikely, or are you just feeling a little way inside? You know what I
I
mean?
don't know. What do you think it is? Do you think people are just disengaged, or do you think?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. When it comes to technology and social media, especially with this time, I truly don't believe that people are disengaged, because people are scrolling all day. Believe it or
Mhm.
not, people are
Especially now with
scrolling.
COVID, y'all ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, yo, for real. People, listen, people are scrolling up and down all day. So if they're saying that they're not seeing your stuff, or if they're not liking it, like, I keep it moving, but I can't say that I don't like feel a certain way. Like, yeah, I know you see my shit, blah blah blah. I mean, I might not make every post, but the people
Yeah,
see the shit. You know what I'm saying? And they
I
won't
know.
even comment like at all. No post, no
No,
nothing at
I
all. And it's like,
know, I
okay,
know, I know. I do a
nothing at
whole
all.
Friday fuckery. I know.
Mhm.
And I'll be like, nobody gives no love. Nobody want to donate they $5 or nothing. And then I put a video and it like, you got 250 views. So I know
Yeah,
250
exactly,
like y'all
exactly.
saw, but nobody, you know, and it's crazy because that has also become the biggest platform for, and I'm going to ask about this with Beats and Eats, because we have Beats and Eats TV, right?
Yes,
And you
sir.
did that, but you were doing that, I don't know when you started, but in my mind I feel like you were doing that before COVID. Was that
Yes,
before
yes,
COVID or
yes,
after
yes.
COVID?
That was
Because
before. That was
now
before.
everybody is doing that, so how does that affect you?
It doesn't, because people can be doing the same thing, but it's all about how you do something. My content might not necessarily be what the other person's content is. So you can do something the same way as somebody, but it's all in the way of how you do it.
I
Like
mean,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but I'd be mad. I ain't gonna lie, because I feel like I was going live like every day pre-COVID. I was like, oh, once a week I'm gonna do these talk sessions and people were coming. And then once COVID hit and we had all the DJs going live, all the comedians going live, all the crazy baby mamas going live, like everybody was, I would go in the height of quarantine, I would go on IG at about 8 o'clock at night. And I swear everybody and their mama was live. Between like 8 and 10 o'clock and I was like, damn, that was the time that I was live pre-COVID. I would do that at night and I'd just be talking shit. I'd just be on there talking about whatever the topic was or whatever, and people would tune into me or whatever. And then since COVID, I stopped doing it. I was just like, yo, there's oversaturation in every market, but this is just
that's another thing, too. True.
So that's why I ask, like, how does that affect like doing BeatzandEatzz TV when now all of a sudden this is the only means that people have to?
The way I truly feel about it is, it's just about what you put out. I mean, even with the stuff that I put out, I can go a lot harder and a lot stronger because really I'm just like, if I cook something, I'll put it out. If I eat something, I'll put it out. But there's a lot more intricate detail I could go into with the postings, and I think that's another part of having a lot of people come and look at your stuff as well. It's all about your presentation.
Yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm like, my brain is going. So when you're ready, I'm like, you need a whole cooking show. You need a whole YouTube.
Listen, I got some things in the works.
For the camera, because you really do be making things, honestly, that I never seen before. Like just pairing things together that I have never seen before. That might be interesting. And then I also think, and I'm going to get into a little bit of the social, emotional things. I also think as a Black man, we need to see more of that. We need to see more men in the kitchen and women not being like, well, I want my son to know how to cook for himself. You know what I mean? I want him to
me too.
Where it's not only women need to be in the kitchen. Like, bro, the biggest chefs in the world are all men. Like, so I think that might be something to think about, that we get we set up the camera and we get a YouTube hip hop cooking channel. You know what I mean? Where it's literally beats to the eats. And then you could make the food titles like the songs that we listening to.
Right, yes.
Don't cook no dog and be like, get at me, dog. But you know what I'm saying.
I feel like you've been looking into my notebook, man. Everything that I've been thinking about,
I feel like we could do this. I feel like we could do this. Yeah, I feel like you have such a niche market that it would be nice to see something like that where you could be like, yo, I want to make this, but not because I watch YouTube videos to cook. Okay, I do, because there's certain things that, like, my mom never taught me how to cook Cornish hens because she's Jamaican. They don't cook that, So, but I was like, I want to make Cornish hens because they're really cute and they're little and they're like so
little chickens.
But my, I at the same time, I don't want like the standard, for lack of a better term, unseasoned chicken.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
We need flavor. You know what I'm
saying? Like, I want my chicken doing a whole salsa dance. You know what I mean? So we might need an environment where we could do that, where like you drink your wine, you jam to your music. I don't know. That sounds like a good idea to me. It's coquito season.
Listen, it sure the hell is. It's up and down the timeline all day. People selling right out here.
It's coquito season, so we might have to experiment.
Hey, let's get it, man. I'm all for it. I'm all for a good collab.
Yeah, we might have to experiment and see what's out there and kind of hook it up and drop some beats on it. I think that'll be
listen. Let's make it work. Let's make it work. I'm here.
All right. So, do you have any advice for people looking into just being a creator? Not even so much the same as kind of content as you cooking music and food, but just someone looking into being a creator. Because, and I can talk to you about this because we talk about business all the time, but like I work a full-time job, and for a long time I felt like I wasn't being creative. I wasn't being my full self. I wasn't satisfied with just doing this 9-to-5 shit. I mean, I know we got to do it because we got bills to pay, we got kids to feed. But as a person who's a creative, I felt very bogged down. And so my advice is for anyone that's listening, but it's also for me, because sometimes I need that motivation. What advice would you give to people looking to just kind of grow into their creative self and in their artistry?
I would say to be authentic and stick to what you're passionate about and stick to what you know. If you're trying to step into a lane that you don't know about, I would say at least do some research, but don't try to portray something that you're not and get into something that you're not into. One, it'll take effect on your longevity, because if you step into something that you're really not caring about, you're just trying to hop on the trend, since that's not who you are and what you're for, it's not going to last long. You might have a little hot flash at the moment, be hot, but what are you going to do for the long run? So if you're going to create, I would just say to make sure it's something that you're knowledgeable about and you're passionate about, because it helps out a lot. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't even seem like you're doing any work or you're putting any effort into it. It's just coming so natural because this is who you are and that's what you do. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I totally understand that. We're gonna go to commercial because I gotta keep my sponsors happy. And then when we come back, we're gonna talk about some more goals and we're gonna get into some fuckery.
All right,
let's do it.
Sayith Loud.
Sweet Vibrations is the official sponsor of the Sayith Loud Hoe Bag. Yes, they are. If you didn't know, Sweet Vibrations is an adult boutique that delivers innovative lifestyle products and embraces the taboo of sexual wellness instead of hiding it. Simply put, they inspire each and every one of us to embark on our own sexual wellness journey. Whether it's the girl's best friend, a little pixie, the perfect match, or tulips, there's something for everyone. And you deserve something sweet. So visit their website at www.sweetvibe.toys. Use our Sayith Loud discount code, LOUD, loud, for discounts. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Sweet Vibrations. I mean, ladies, we all deserve a good vibe.
This is for all the ladies. Ladies, pack your hoe bag.
What you calling a hoe?
Pour up a drink and start feeling yourself.
That's kiki.
Here it is.
Like these cut intros. You did that yourself too?
All platforms.
24/7.
Live on sayithloud.com. Lock it in. Keep it locked right here.
All right. So we are back with BeatzandEatzz. Do you like going by Beats? Well, from BeatzandEatzz, as well as our favorite milkshake maker in the neighborhood. My milkshake brings little boys.
Yes, I like that one too. The milkshake man. I like that.
So what's next, man? What's next for you? What are the goals that are coming? What can we look forward to?
What you can look forward to is, right now I'm working on getting the milkshake started back up. And in addition to that, I thought of an idea for a grilled cheese company as well. And I came up with the name called Say Grilled Cheese. So what I'm gonna do with that is, we like the milkshakes, we're gonna, kind of get a little bit extreme. So I want to take a bunch of like different meats, flavored things, like people like oxtail, jerk chicken, buffalo chicken, and kind of just combine that and make that into grilled cheese sandwiches pretty much. And we're gonna see how that plays out.
I feel like that sounds fun. I think that's great.
Listen, people love grilled cheese. Huh?
We're gonna have to get your food truck.
Something, man. Something. Help me. I'm about to start up. Seeing if people want to help out and support like you. I see you about to get your. What's the device called again for your podcast?
Oh, my mixers. Yeah,
because I'm about to be on the way. I'm about to see if the people want to help me out.
Yeah. No, it's been great. My listeners and followers have been very nice with donating money.
That's amazing.
We've gotten a whole new computer hub. We got our Rode Procaster mixer. People have been really amazing with just being supportive. I mean, and you got to understand too that sometimes people just don't got it, and that's okay. We totally get that here because we've all lived in that situation. And then some people are just like, if I have it, I'm gonna give you, and they give it. So I say definitely stick your neck out, even though it's uncomfortable sometimes. It's not a place that I don't want to beg nobody for nothing, but you'll be surprised at how every little bit counts and helps and gets you where you're going. And there's a sense of pride that comes with that, and doing right by people that comes with that. So I say go ahead, you know what I mean? Like, it might not be the most beautiful food truck when you get it, but if
you got to start somewhere.
then we come out and paint it, and that's just how it is, and it has sometimes more value when you do it that way in some cases.
Absolutely.
All
I
right,
agree
so
100%.
we've talked about Beats and Eats. We've talked about your
Uh-huh.
mom. We talked about all the formal mommy and daddy grown up stuff. Can we
Yes,
get
yes,
into some
yes.
fuckers now?
Oh, let's do it. I love the
How
Friday
does
fuckery.
how
I love the
important
Friday fuckery.
food in a relationship? Because you're the food guru. So how important
Listen,
is food in a relationship?
food in a relationship I think is very, very important. Very important. Not that I'm, a Neanderthal and it's like, oh, my woman gotta know how to cook and clean, blah, blah, blah. But you gotta know how to whip something up, man. We might have a late night session or a morning session or something, and I might be a little hungry. You can get up and
Right.
make some, or vice versa. I can do the same thing for you. But you gotta know how to cook, man. I want to sit down and have candlelit dinners, nice conversation over some dinner. Takeout and all that is cool, but it really says a lot about a nice home cooked meal. You know what I'm
So
saying?
what I'm hearing you say is you're not about the Cardi B, I don't cook, I don't clean.
I don't prefer it. I don't prefer it. I
what do you
like a womanly woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who knows how to cook, knows her way around the kitchen.
Yeah, I definitely think that food has a lot to do with relationships. That's my honest. Okay, well, maybe my relationships, but I feel like it's like I said, it's a sense of community and connection,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so if I went out with somebody all the time and he's like, I don't want to eat that, I don't want to do this, I'm like, I can't hang out with you.
Yeah,
I am so against those chicken fingers and French fries people. I'd be really mad. Like, if you're 25 years old and that's all you order when we go out, I'm gonna get you a kids menu. Fuck you. I'm getting a kids menu. You want to eat that
do better than that.
with the cherries in your soul because that's what you deserve.
Yeah, we gotta do better than chicken fingers and French fries. We gotta do better than that.
Every time though. So I definitely think it has because there's people that are like, oh my God, I love to travel and let's go to Hawaii and let's go eat on the beach. And it's like, bro, but you're not open to like trying, all you eat is cheeseburgers. Like, how are we gonna how are you gonna take me to
this ain't gonna work?
Yeah, like how are we going to Roof Chris, whatever the dude's name is with two first names, how are we going there? If you don't eat anything but cheeseburgers.
That's right.
I'm not getting
Gotta expand your mind.
I will not wear heels for cheeseburgers. I'm sorry. It's a no for me.
I feel you. But sometimes, ironically, I get accused of not having a very versatile palate myself. Because
Really?
I don't. Yeah.
I find that very hard to believe about you.
Yeah, nah. Like I eat a lot of things, but at the same time, there's also a lot of other things that I don't eat. Like
okay, let's go. It can't be worse than me.
Huh?
Can't be worse than me.
It might be.
You think so?
It might be.
I don't eat any shellfish. I don't eat anything that lives in a shell.
I do. I like shrimp. I like lobster.
It can't be that bad. It can't be that bad. It can't be that.
Maybe right.
I got OCD. Right. I don't eat certain things together. Like I'll eat this over here and I'll eat that over here, but I won't eat them on the same plate. Like I do crazy shit like that. Like
so
it just can't be on the same
plate. People don't like the food touch. You don't like the food
touch. They can't touch. They can't touch. Yeah. There's certain things that I'm like, no, I'll just eat my dessert in a different plate with a different spoon afterwards.
Hey, I tell you what, I bet you let that macaroni and cheese and sweet potatoes touch though.
Yes.
I know you like those things. Yes, you got to. Come on, that's a
food is supposed to be mixed up. Like that's different. That's a whole different kind of thing. And they all go together.
Yes. Especially that macaroni and cheese and sweet potato. Damn, that's
I made some bad macaroni and cheese. That's what I had leftovers. How long do we keep the leftovers, by the way?
Leftovers, man. Third day, you got to start asking yourself questions and looking yourself in the mirror.
Today's the third day? So I have a lot of food left.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean,
Plies has a whole video. Plies has like a whole Thanksgiving breakdown. I think like by the third and fourth day, I think you're pushing it though.
Okay, so that means that I have to eat it tonight and then tomorrow it's over because today's
possibly depending on how it looks.
Not my rice because I only cooked my rice yesterday, but everything else.
Rice is good. Rice is good. Yeah. But some people be stretching that shit, man. That's too long. Way too long.
I feel like I think that in a relationship it's important that both people know how to cook and can kind of cater to each other and know what each other's palate is because it's a way of connecting, and it doesn't have to be we all like the same thing. It just has to, you have to know what I like and I have to know what you like, just like any other kind of relationship, and being able to kind of like work that into everyday life.
It's a love language.
Yeah, it is. And I definitely think food is a love language. I've seen
Mhm.
it with so many people. Like, just, I know even from my own family, that's how my mother expresses her care. Like, did you eat? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
just
yeah.
being able to have a space where you know somebody's like asking, are you okay? And then they're feeding you and nourishing you in that way. So that is pretty dope that we can do that and that we can enjoy that.
Yes, women love food. You ever surprise your man? Or I know I've surprised women with food before. They love it. The face lights up.
Yeah,
They
women
love to
are
eat.
gonna always love it. We don't want to get fat, but we always want to eat.
Yeah, that's pretty much. And it's so
So
confusing. You know?
for women, I think also it's the gender roles, because women are not always used to that. They don't always see that. So it is an act of kindness, an extra act of layer of kindness when a woman feels like, oh, like you cooked for me, because it's almost like it's a given that she's supposed to cook for you or should.
Right.
Although there are women that don't cook at all, very
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
But I think in a relationship, it's always nice for a woman to feel like, oh, like, wow, you cooked for me, like that's dope. You cooked for
Absolutely.
us, like,
It says a
that's
lot.
great.
You know, you got the ingredients together. You whipped
Yeah,
everything up. It says a lot. It says a lot.
yeah, it's all of that effort that you put into it as well. And
Exactly.
so,
Exactly.
so since we're talking about that, if you had to pick 3 or 4 dishes for a first date to impress a woman,
That's a good
what
question.
would you pick?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Now all
Okay.
the guys are listening, they're taking notes. So guys, if you're listening to this show right now, you need to be taking notes on what you're gonna cook for your lady so that you know how to impress her. And then you can watch his YouTube as soon as I get it up after the show, so he can show you how to make it.
So from what I've noticed, is women like a lot of salmon. Do you like that? Oh, you don't do salmon, do you?
I do eat fish. I do eat salmon.
I
I
know I
don't know
noticed
if
a
it would
lot.
be I like teriyaki salmon. That's my favorite.
Yes, a lot of women like salmon. It wouldn't be my go-to, but if I know
It
that,
wouldn't be my go-to on a first date, because
yeah,
then my breath gonna smell like fish. But okay, keep
that's
going.
true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. But just going off of popularity and from what I've seen, I probably go with a salmon. If I were thinking about my personal likes, I like chicken parm. You know what I'm saying, make some chicken parm, some salads, some garlic bread, and all that. But then
Okay.
again, me being simple, honestly, I'm not gonna give no coded answer or nothing. I'm a macaroni and cheese, barbecue chicken, maybe like some broccoli type of dude, like
Okay, so
straight like
you're just
that.
keeping it real. You're just keeping it real.
Yeah, I'm just
Where
keeping
you're
it
gonna
real.
be
I'm just
very
keeping it real.
full, get the itis, and you
Yeah,
won't.
you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I like to do. I'm gonna show you who I am. I'm gonna show you what I like, and hopefully, you like that too.
I mean, I feel like it depends on the woman. I feel like sometimes we just gotta be
That's
honest
true
with
too.
ourselves, right?
Yes.
Why are
Yeah.
we faking something? Let's
Right.
do what we like. If this is what we like, then go ahead. Now, I'm gonna ask this the next time there's a woman on the show, because I want to know, if she's on a first date, do you feel like you can't? Do women, when they have that, feel like they can't eat regular, like you can't go out and eat? Because I know I don't do it. Like if I go out with you, I'm picking up the buffalo wing. I don't pick up buffalo wings because of my nails, but there are women that are like, don't eat, they'll just order a salad. Like, how
Yeah,
do guys
yeah.
feel about that? How do you feel about that?
I don't want that. First of all, because I know you're not always eating a salad. Come on, stop that. Stop that. You know what I'm saying? So
You wouldn't look like
don't
that if
listen.
that's all you ate.
It's like, yo, listen, we here on a date. You're here with me. Enjoy yourself, be yourself, and eat your food, girl. What you eating a salad for?
I
And
don't
if
know.
that's what you do on a regular basis, then cool. But let's get on a date. Let's get to know each other. You know what I'm
Because there
saying?
might be some women that are like, I don't want to pick up buffalo wings. I don't want to be, got stuff stuck
Nah,
in my teeth.
man.
They're so
Listen.
self-conscious. They're like, let me just eat a salad because it's not that
Nah,
hard.
nah.
You know?
If you want
You
to
want the
stay,
barbecue sauce all over the face.
nah, you gotta be a little neater than that. You can, I'm saying, you can chow. I don't want you being all sloppy with it. But no, I mean, like, don't do the salad thing, because I already know that you're not eating salad on a regular basis, yo. So I want
Right.
you to enjoy yourself. If we're going to be on this date, then eat what you really eat and enjoy yourself, and let's get to know each other. I'm not going to get to know you if you faking and fronting. If you're not eating salad all the time, you fronting right now. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. I totally get that. That makes
Yes.
sense.
So,
Do guys
I
do
prefer
that
to
or
build
no? Like
myself.
you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
don't really do that.
It depends on the woman, to be honest with you. Because I've been out before. And I'm like, yo, like this woman's a certain way. Like, let me just chill. Let me not get too
Right.
crazy on the first date. So I've been a victim to it though. But then after that, I'm
Okay.
comfortable. Once you feel the person out, you know what I'm saying, you get comfortable.
For sure. All right. So let's just say I'm packing a whole bag to spend the night.
Okay.
What sweets would you tell me to put in there?
Sweets. I'm telling you to throw
Yeah, just sweets.
some Reese's in there.
Okay.
Some Kit Kats.
Okay.
Bring over some cookie dough ice cream, some Oreos.
Okay.
What else? What else? What else? What else?
Whipped cream?
Whipped cream, chocolate fudge. You know what I'm saying? Some strawberries, baby.
We about to have a BeatzandEatzz whole bag.
Hey, we might be able to do something with
It's gonna
that.
be chocolate
Now,
syrup.
when you're saying sweets, are you talking? When you were saying sweets, were you talking just snacks I want to eat or snacks to use and eat?
I mean both.
Oh, because we whip.
I'm open to the universe. I just wanted to know because if I'm packing a whole bag and I'm spending the night, what kind of sweets would you put in the bag?
Oh yeah, definitely bring the whipped cream. Definitely.
Okay.
We could definitely work with that.
Yeah.
And then I might do some.
A whole ice cream sundae.
That's what you stole the words right out of my mouth. That's where I was going with that.
That's what I want to be when I grow up.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I feel like if we're gonna talk about food and we're gonna bring that food into the bedroom, then like, what are some of the things? If I was packing a whole bag, I would definitely put like a honey bun in there. I don't know why. I just feel like a honey bun is something that like classic. I don't know. After I've been drinking and running around, I might want a honey bun. I don't know. I'm thinking like honey bun. What else did I think about? Oh yeah, I would probably go to a candy store and get some candies.
Gummy bears.
Definitely Starburst, right?
Yeah, Starburst. Pink ones.
Yeah, some pink Starburst. Yes. Although the pink ones are not my favorite.
Really?
No, I'm more of a cherry Starburst girl. Not
those are good too.
And pink ones be like in your throat.
I love those.
Yeah, so I'm gonna curate a whole bag. So I'm taking advice from all of my guests because I'm gonna curate a whole bag to give away, and I want to know what goes in there. So this has been very fruitful for me. I'll make sure that we have some sweets in the whole bag for us. So thank you, BeatzandEatzz, for coming and chilling with me. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Listen, you can find me BeatzandEatzz on Instagram, BeatzandEatzz, and on Facebook, I'm Ryan Anthony. But I'm more active on Facebook. I'm saying music, food, all of that, entrepreneurs, business people. If you want to do interviews, hit me up as well. Got the interviews going in. Let's work, man. I'm for everybody. I'm for Rockland. Let's wrap this shitty 2020 year up and start fresh for the next one.
Start planning for the new year.
Yes, sir. Get this year over with. Trash. It's been
excellent.
trash.
So follow BeatzandEatzz if you're looking for him. I also will have his stuff on my Instagram, so you can follow him. There'll be a link on my website, so you can also find out where all my guests are and what they're doing. Thank you so much, Precise, for hanging out with me.
Oh,
don't go away. Let me just run this out.
You know already who's in this live. All the way live. The party ain't over. From the Sayith Loud Radio Show.
How did I bring my dreams alive? Why, with a Anchor podcast, of course. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor does the hard work and distributes your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can even make money with your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast, all in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to Anchor FM to get started.